Swag on the beat.
Swag on the beat.
Swag on the beat.
Hello. Welcome
To
the
Swag
on
the beat.
you can't episode
23, I think.
I got him with the hello.
Wow. I've had 22 weeks of complacency and you came in so hot there. Wow, I was
I
like
knew you
thinking,
wouldn't be
I'll
expecting
start mimicking Mike's dance
you would-
move, which is this, by the way, if you've got Spotify visual.
You
Like
were
that.
dabbing away
Yeah.
like nothing was going to change.
And also, you stood up on your chair as well. I thought I was getting attacked. Anyway,
You recovered well.
I recovered.
though.
Well, I didn't really.
mean-
I sort of scrambled. It was a hard scramble. But geez, now I have a lot of sympathy for you at the start of all of our other shows about not being ready for
Having to be
the
reactive.
rhyme, the
Yeah.
saying stuff in tandem and stuff. Anyway, and we're going to stop yelling now. And welcome to the show, everyone. It's great to be here, back for another week. We have got a huge
Oh, my
show.
goodness.
So many balls are in the air, so many juggles. What a huge news.
Show
We'll
is so
tell you at the
massive.
end of this little message here, but boy, oh boy,
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to be able to fit it in. We'll probably have to
No.
buy new memory cards, new cameras, because
No.
we're going to talk for hours.
I looked in the folder of massive shows and it
Oh,
wasn't
'cause
even
we-
in there. It was in the bigger shows
Oh, okay.
folder there. Then that folder was full.
We've upgraded.
Of all the other shows.
That's full of 22,
Yeah,
22 per folder.
Yeah.
Now we move
I
on
can't
to
believe
the
how big
even
this
big-
show's
Anyway,
gonna
it's
be.
going to be massive. We could keep padding, but we don't need to. There's no time. Okay. What has happened this week is we put the call out to all of our board members, our 10 board members who, if you don't already know, they are the proud owners of the hats, the Swag on the Beat hats, which is, I've got one right here. This is my one. Swag on the Beat at the back. We're number infinity.
And yes, reluctantly for some of us, we accepted number infinity.
Sure.
Yep.
Well, we put it to the people, and that's
Yep.
what they said.
00.
Double zero. Now, these board members have received their hats, and upon our request, the board has sent pictures of each of them in their hats. And by the time you're listening to this on the Swag on the Beat podcast page, there will be a carousel post of all 10 members, and maybe we'll put it like little descriptor. We'll put their names.
So
but
you can
little
get to
descriptor.
know the board. You can get to
Yeah,
know
get to
your
know the
jury
board.
of judges.
Yeah.
So you can tailor your defense to them.
Sure.
If you
Sure.
you
Well,
get
yeah,
put to the board.
Yeah, the board are the overseers of everything. We've got, Jamie is our number one, who you'll see there. Like, I think we'll put a little bit of a
Mini bio.
a dalliance onto a bio, maybe a little bit, maybe. Like Max, number 4, is a very interesting case because you'll notice the perceptive eye, maybe graphic designers will be able to tell, but he isn't actually wearing his hat in his photo. That's actually Photoshopped. What? His mum bought it for him because he was overseas at the time and couldn't line up his internets. Karen is his mum, bought the hat for him.
He's in one of the few countries that doesn't have the internet yet.
Yeah, but I think it was in England, so they're really medieval still. But anyway, and I when I sent out this email, because we sent the email to the people that bought the hat, which was Karen, his mum, and I said, "Oh, would you be happy to send a photo of yourself then if he's not around?" "Oh, not really," which is fair enough. And she's like, "I wouldn't feel right because I'm not an actual board member because he is paying him back, paying her back."
Yeah, that's just got heaps of legal issues all about it.
It's political enough in the top 10.
Yeah.
We don't need to go further. So
That's fraught.
She found a picture of her son and took a picture of the hat on the table and said, "Do what you can with that." So that's what you're seeing at
Nice.
picture number 4.
Well done, Karen.
Well
and,
done.
and well done on securing your son the hat. Like I've definitely tapped into my mum's quick internet fingers before to get me
Sure.
some tickets.
Sure.
So that's
That's what mums are for.
Yeah.
Hats and tickets. And then we've got Peter, number 3, who I met him in person, which we
your
spoke
mate.
about last week. I'm going to put that photo up. Maybe I'll put it on a story or something. Absolute legend. Number 3. I
Nice.
could not believe it.
We're going to have the eyes peeled constantly
Eyes
for
peeled.
these hats in the
Yep,
wild.
Yep. And I'm wearing mine a fair bit now. Just around.
Forwards, backwards,
Great hat.
all of the above.
Yep. Sideways. Feeling if I'm
okay.
freestyle rapping or something.
Wow, nice. Which, it's all the time.
And then rounding out, so we got. Let's just name everyone really quickly. We've got Jamie, Finn, Peter, Max, Ellie, Sam, another Max,
Ooh,
Noah, who was brought by Jazia. His girlfriend bought it for him for his birthday.
that's nice.
That's really nice. And then our mate Tomo rounding out the top 10.
Very nice.
So it's a really nicely weighted board, I would say. Some really high.
Nicely heighted as well, height and weight.
Yep.
Both of them.
It's all happening. So
I think I'm going to commission a Last Supper-esque painting with all of these
great.
heads painted
Oh,
on there.
great. We can put it on the wall, maybe behind you and me.
Yeah. I'll be Jesus, I guess. You can be Judas. Mike can be
The
Mike.
table?
We'll just put Mike in there as himself.
Disciple Michael? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a disciple Michael?
Surely.
I'm asking.
No, there's not.
Oh, there's not. Now, we can't deny the overwhelming demand. Like a lot of people went to the website to try and buy some. I've been in touch with the Hat Man. I have some questions to ask you because we are on again.
Okay.
We are going to do guaranteed.
I won't say anything without my lawyer.
Okay, fine. Which is the same lawyer as mine, probably. We are going to do another release of hats.
Yeah.
And it is coming up fast. It's coming up faster than you realize because we're going to do it next Wednesday.
Then me realize or the listeners realize? You're pointing at me.
I'm pointing at you, but I've got that finger condition where it's meant to be like I'm Billy Bowding, like the cricket umpire.
You're pointing at the ether of the listeners.
Yeah, you're pointing down that camera. We're gonna do it next Wednesday, but we have some really serious. So this is serious. No laughing.
Okay.
We have some serious chats about what the hat is going to be like. Now, the one that I'm holding in my hand right now for people that have Spotify capable visual stuff, visual capabilities,
capabilities.
Okay. This is embroidered on both sides. Super premium. I had a long chat with Chris from Cherry Studios who did the hats for us. He said to me, Jack, we actually did the top 10 at a loss for you. And I was like, that's incredible.
Embroidered on both sides. That's like $85 at Myers.
Well, yeah. I love it. But he's like, look, I can do them for you, but we can't keep losing money on it. Here's what it would cost. And I go, that number you just quoted to me doesn't suit what we want to pay because it doesn't suit what it
we want to charge.
It would just increase the cost by tenfold.
Right.
Not quite tenfold,
Oh
but you can fold it that many times. Get to the moon with enough folds. You know that physics game. Okay, play on. But I think the two options we have now are digital heat press print, which is he's like still super high quality. It's not embroidery, but it's still a nice effect. The only thing is you can't print over a seam. He won't print over a seam.
Okay.
So what he suggested was we actually put the number just slightly to the side, which he said is kind of cool.
Right.
And on the back, it's the Swag and Beat logo, but the stacked version of it, and it's on the side. So it's kind of like I think I would have the number on the front left panel and the back right.
Yep. That's option one. Okay.
That's option one. Both heat pressed. You can do option two, front heat pressed, back embroidered as this, more expensive, or embroidered all out. But we're increasing the cost of the hats. I think we sold them for $30, the first 10.
Yeah.
We're increasing the price of the hats to around 55.
Oh, for exactly the same as this.
Yeah,
so option A is the new press, and they stay around a similar price for the screen print.
Option, because we were at a loss. We were at a loss anyway for these ones.
But we're not trying to make any money here.
We're not making no money whatsoever. But that's not the point. We're trying to build charitable. Our board out. It's going to be a big boardroom.
It's staff uniform.
It's uniform. It's uniform. Sorry about the laptop. I just hit your laptop. We lost money on those hats, and the studio that did the embroidery lost money selling them to us. So everyone's at a loss. The price we sold them at was very low. We want to keep that price if we can. The only way we can do that is if we sell them on the heat press, both front and back.
So they'll be $30 ish if we do the.
We'll try and keep it around $30, $29.99.
That's a good deal.
And we give 1 cent back to the listeners.
$29.99 driveway.
That is. Well, our cost will be that
$29.99. We're away.
We're away.
That's good.
We are away.
$50. That's too much for a hat, especially
it's
shipping
too much.
on top of that.
Plus shipping.
Yeah,
you're looking at $60.
Yeah, that's outrageous.
God.
Honestly,
and both our arms in front of the camera probably as well.
No, that's too much for a hat.
Yeah,
if we can keep it, in order to keep
the two of the first number is so crucial.
In order to keep the first number as a 2, if we need to screen print it and move it off center a bit, then I think we should do that.
I think so, and it's in the spirit of the game because our aim here is to get as many board members as possible, many members. We
want
to
get them onto as many heads as possible. Bums on seats, hats on heads.
Hats on heads. Meeting Peter the other week was incredible, and I'm wearing it more.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
So that will be live, midday. Should we go midday? Next
11:59.
Donation of 1 minute.
Yeah.
You save one extra minute.
Do that. Yeah.
Okay, I'll try and do that.
11:59.
Do you want to do it on Wednesday or Tuesday next week?
Do Tuesday.
Go Tuesday. 11:59.
11:59
a.m. No confusion there.
That's morning. Wake up morning. Not
morning.
Sleep time morning.
If you got a Greek alarm clock, maybe different, but that's okay. So we're selling these new hats, screen printed on the
Round
side.
two.
Round two. Super limited edition. super. So we got the limited edition, super limited edition. Now we got the these are very, very exclusive.
Yep.
They're going to go.
And so the
get
first,
on when you can.
The first round with the embroiders that are even more limited edition because they're going to have the embroidery. And these are also limited edition because they're a new design.
New design.
And the new run.
Limited new design edition. So we're going to sell them for $29.99 wear away. 11:59 a.m. Tuesday,
away.
The 22nd of
Earth Day.
April.
That's Earth Day.
Well, it's Hat Day now. And the hats are $29.99. Drive away.
Walk away.
Walk away.
So
wear away.
You can wear them while driving. We made
sure.
sure that was legal.
You can wear while driving. If you get pulled over wearing a hat, do not take that off.
No.
I don't think you're being illegal either.
No.
Not that if you were texting a driver, you quickly put your phone away because you think you're going to get away with it. You would never do that.
The hat's not going to save you if you're committing other crimes.
No, it's a completely legal hat.
Yes.
That is the time. That is the place. swagonthebeat.com. There'll be a link as it was last time. I don't know if you tried last time, but it was hectic.
I didn't try.
You already had a hat. Yeah. But that's the story. And
next round, I'm excited.
It feels like I'm padding, but I'm not because there's a huge show coming up.
We're going to need, so after we get the Last Supper painted, we're going to need a different painting with a lot more people in it. Hopefully a lot more. Well, maybe just a longer
only
table.
A small amount coming in, like it's exclusive.
Yeah, but I mean, the Last Supper
is
like,
10.
It's full already.
Yeah,
12 disciples?
Is it? Oh, yeah, the 12 disciples. Yep.
Is that what it is? I think so.
Yeah.
And then Jesus. So 13.
13.
Oh, so that's what it is now. There's us three and the 10 board.
Wow, that's
pretty.
Actually,
get this Last Supper.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Flicking the hand around.
And then the next run, we're going to commission another painting with
great.
the rest of the board.
God, the artists are busy now, which is great. Peace. Massive show coming up.
The artist is
Let's play that outro music for the next segment. Here we go. Oh, my God. Isaac, you were very excited last week by your new motor steed, we'll call it.
Well,
it is a bike with a motor attached to it.
Yep. Motor steed, motorbike, Harley adjacent bike.
Yeah.
Any of those is good.
A bike propelled by not necessarily human effort.
And in my case, zero human effort.
Yeah.
Purely motor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And sometimes me too.
Yeah.
But I took a week extra to get mine ready because I didn't have time to build it or whatever.
Okay.
But on Sunday, I had my big floodgates are opening moment and I went on a 5-hour ride.
Oh, nice.
Which was just incredible. Me and my girlfriend got on it and we just went and went and went. And it was probably one of the best days of the year so far for me.
How good are they?
It was just like wind blowing in the hair.
The best,
going down streets I've always gone down.
Just you two wheels in the open road.
And it's just beautiful. Seeing things differently, whole new life perspective. All of a sudden, bikes on the road aren't annoying because I am one of them.
Well, bicycles, yes.
Okay.
I can't stand the bicycles.
Right.
Those motorless bicycles.
Yeah.
Like, get off my road.
Yeah.
But motorbikes, like mine, they're totally fair game.
Well, ours.
Yeah.
Some things I will say about if you are riding with someone on the back of an e-bike or whatever kind of bike it is, you can't try and do like a polite little burp and then think you got away with it because that air's going straight behind your head and straight into the
downwind at all times.
Absolutely, and they will inevitably say it. They just say, "Did you burp?" And the answer is, yeah, you can't get away with it.
No, it's exhaust fumes from the car right there.
So many exhaust fumes. Yeah. This 5-hour journey was incredible. Like we got sort of to the point in the journey where I noticed that half the battery digits were gone. Okay. I was like, okay, now it's time to sort of turn around now. And so we started doing that and it was great and we're heading back and it's like, wow, hasn't this been amazing? And then the next digit fell away very quickly.
Oh no, because is there 5 battery columns that fill the battery?
Yeah, five batteries.
Yeah.
And when that second last one left quickly, I thought, okay, we'll be
down onto
here.
the last
onto the last one, and we're not
20%.
even halfway home. And I'm like, please be the case where it's more like a car petrol engine where it's on empty but you still get to drive,
right.
Or is it more like an iPhone where if it's on 0 it will not turn on? So it was the latter, unfortunately.
Oh no!
And we were about 4 k's from home and had a lot of uphill. We're on an undulating boulevard because Mickey wanted to ride the way home.
Okay. Oh, so you were on the back.
I was on the back.
Okay.
And
are you going arms around the waist or arms on the back, the metal part?
A little bit of waist, but more so back metal part.
Okay. Or just hands behind the head,
Yeah,
cool
ultimate
guy,
power.
like, yeah.
Ultimate power. Yeah. No, it was more casual, like lean back.
Yeah, okay.
Enjoy the view.
Okay,
But
it's a little bit emasculating if you've got your hands around your darling.
yeah, but I'm all about that.
Yeah, okay.
If I'm on my steed, I can't be too emasculated.
you
know.
Can't be emasculated.
But anyway, the point was we were on these winding paths, which were bike paths essentially, and so it increased the length of distance to get home by about double.
It's not as the crow flies; it's as the steed gallops.
As the steed gallops, as the river meanders. So we're going along the river, and there's a lot of hills and downhills and uphills. The battery died 4Ks from home, and we had to walk.
4Ks.
We had to walk it back.
Oh no!
But
because you can't ride once the battery dies and you're riding it like a bicycle. It's heavy.
It's
with one person, let alone with two people on it. You can't even ride it.
Yeah, if it's not downhill, you're not riding it basically with two people in the back. We got downhills, but then because the tires are quite fat, you don't get like enough runoff, all the friction on the road. Yeah. Pushing that thing uphill was slower than you at walking pace.
Oh no!
So it was nice, and it was like ha. And I, for the record,
what a funny experience.
I don't care what Mickey says. For the record, I was in good spirits the whole time, not angry at myself for misjudging the battery. But I said, we will not forget this and never take our motor for granted again.
Yes.
So what I did this morning is I actually rode in to the pod studio.
I did see that.
And went along.
Downstairs.
I went along the same road and was just giving it these ones the whole time.
The double
because
finger.
I came back and conquered it on a full battery.
Nice.
Anyway, so it was amazing.
What's the battery on now?
Full.
Still full?
Yeah, full.
Oh, sweet.
All the way in.
Nice.
Well, because the problem was I had done a lot of test riding very locally and just hadn't recharged it. So it
wasn't on full.
It was on like, you know when your iPhone's on 81% and it looks like it's full?
Yeah,
it was probably like that because you don't get the percentage on our dashboards.
No.
You just get
Maybe there's a setting.
No, there is a setting.
Yeah, and if you're riding it when the battery's dead on the lowest gear, because it's so heavy, you're going extremely slow. That actually happened to me the other day. The battery ran out on my way home.
Yeah.
And I wasn't far from home. I was a couple of streets away, but I had to kick it into first gear and just pedal.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, man, I'm taking exclusively back streets so no one sees me here. So I was riding along a back street and someone pulled up to a stop sign up and to my left about 3-4 meters away from me.
Yep.
And so I kind of looked, nodded, and then quickly pedaled away thank you, I'm going. And then as soon as my wheel got in front of their car, they just started going and ran into the bike and knocked me off the bike. Yeah. And I was thinking, holy SH, this person's trying to harm me. Because I thought that they like started driving as soon as that's what I thought. Yeah, you did tell me this, apparently they wound down the window and said they just didn't see me at all. And so now,
good excuse.
It's like you realize, oh, okay, I'm on a bicycle here. Yeah, my body is can come in contact
smaller.
With a car. Yeah,
well, maybe for you not much as me, but you're significantly smaller than a car. Yeah. So people might not see you.
Yeah, exactly. And we got to be aware of that. It was probably lucky I was going so slow in that instance because if I was hooning it.
Well, after you told me that on Saturday, whenever that happened, on Sunday when we're driving around, I would like wave at people who were like turning into the road.
You're welcome. I saved your life.
Yeah, thank you.
You and your girlfriend.
Yep.
Club meeting at the clubhouse next week.
I think so.
With all of the other hardened criminals and 1%ers.
Yeah. Also, I will say when on the way to the meeting, because this happened last night, I went for a late night ride. Just to get the cobwebs out. Yesterday was our inside day, so then had a ride later.
Yeah, just need to get the breeze in the hair, open road.
On the bike path, two people walking past, I gave them a ding of the bell. They sort of turned around, we've got a normal bike bell on them.
Yeah, did you bell or horn? Because there's a horn.
I'm looking at horn. Okay. The horn is as loud as a car horn.
So loud.
But I did the regular like ding bell. They turn around expecting like, a regular bike. They turn around and this person goes, "Oh, what a bike!" And I just gave him this as I went past.
Nice, a fist bump.
And that was honestly,
it makes it all worth it.
It makes it all the trouble we went to get it. It makes it all worth it.
Jack, it's time for our favourite twin-based game.
Let's do it.
We are gonna find which twins are harder, better, faster, smarter.
I'm not the biggest fan of that intro. It feels a little bit empty or something.
I suppose Kanye used it as just the start of his song, and then it gets into the nice part of the song. So
maybe we need to chuck some effects on the voice to fill it out or something. Or
was there another song that rhymes with smarter or stronger?
I'm sure there is.
We'll find it.
Think of that off it.
We've
Yeah.
got 4 people on hold right now.
We've got 2 new challenges to the
Yeah.
Anagnostu throne that
Yep.
is yet to be challenged successfully.
Yep.
We've
Yep.
got 2 new players to the table. They are the Barnes brothers, Brandon and Tyler, and we've got them on the line now. Barnes bros, can you hear us?
How you going, boys? Yeah, got you.
Very well, fellas. How are you? How are you guys feeling ahead of today's challenge?
Look, pretty confident. I'm probably glad I'm not versing your initial friends, the Anagostus, if that's how you say it. But look, we're ready for the challenge.
Well, I've got some bad news for you guys.
You are versing them.
Oh,
Yeah. Wait, who did you think you were versing?
They're the reigning champs.
I thought they might have got knocked out, but I was listening
Oh,
incorrectly.
was there a close one?
I think
can't remember.
Someone came a couple of questions close to them, but
Yeah.
not so
Anyway,
far.
I've got it mixed up, boys, but we're
Nah,
ready.
you're
fine.
right. You're right. As they can't hear that you've got it mixed up, so
Yeah,
it's not like
so
they're
it's
Not a good
you're
start,
getting.
but we're not rattled.
No,
So.
it's all good.
No, they don't know you've rattled yourself. It's fine. But what's your background? Why do you think you guys are qualified to be in such a competition?
Look, for me, yeah, anything sporting, I reckon I'll go pretty good on. Like, we're from Queensland, so our footy's different to your footy down there.
Sure.
Nice.
Alien conspiracies is up my alley, but look, I doubt
Okay.
there'll be any questions on that.
Well, you
Wow.
are versing a PhD in astrophysics, so if it's space related, that'll be a good battle.
Yeah, sounds
And
good.
just so we can get to know each of your voices, Brandon, could you say hello for us?
Hello, it's Brandon.
And Tyler?
Yeah, it's me, Tyler.
Okay, we've brought the Anagnostus into the forum. Oliver and Lucas, are you there?
Yep. How you doing?
Okay, beautiful guys. All 4 are in the studio right now, on camera or on audio. That's our only 2 options here. Now, just to quickly go through the rules if people haven't heard it before, we have 10 questions. Your last name is your buzzer. The team with the most correct answers at the end of the questions wins and is named Australia's Smartest Twins carryover champion into the next round. If there is a deadlock at the end of the 10 questions, there is one final tiebreaker question. Does that all make sense, competitors?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's do it. May the smartest twins win.
Okay, question number 1. Which US president made a cameo appearance in Home Alone 2 Lost in New York? Anagnostu.
Donald Trump.
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah, great get. And hard because he didn't become president until like 20 years after that, so very impressive.
Well done. Okay, question 2. Which language has the most native speakers worldwide? Oh, I think that was Barnes just.
Yeah.
Barnes?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Spanish?
Oh, no. Unfortunately, this goes over to the Anagnostus.
Mandarin.
Mandarin
Yes,
is correct.
yes.
Oh, okay. So
Barnes,
that's
great get from Barnes though. They're
yeah,
super quick.
that's a hot start from the champs.
Question 3. In the Bible, who sent out a dove to find land?
Agnostic.
Never clue.
Barnes, have we heard that?
Anagnostus, go for it.
Noah.
Oh, wow.
Correct.
Great.
Well done.
Great. Okay.
Well done. All right.
3-0 at the moment.
All right, come on, Barnes. You got to
Come on.
come from behind. Starts now. I'm sure they have it in rugby as they do in AFL. You need to kick into gear.
Yeah.
All right. Question 4. Which planet in our solar system has the coldest average temperature?
Agnostic. Neptune.
Correct.
it is.
4-0.
Come on, Barnes.
This
Come on,
comeback
Barnes.
is going to be glorious.
Okay, this is a Barnes.
Feels like there's a cheat sheet going on there, but let's play on, boys.
Okay, we will inquire that after the match, but we can't do mid-round inquiries. Okay. okay. This feels like a Barnes question if I've ever seen one.
Yep.
You ready? What is the first feature-length animated film?
Agnostic.
But,
Oh, was there a Barnes just before there?
3 seconds after.
Yeah, give it to them. Let them have
No, we don't do mercy rule here.
I'm up for it. I think
Let them fall on their sword.
Well, I think the Anagnostus don't really know, and they're willing to give the Barneses a guess.
feature-length film, I don't know if this comes in the category.
Okay.
Hey, animated. I was going to say Wizard of Oz, but that's
But you're not going to say that?
Nah,
But
you were going to say
gonna
that.
say that?
But you decided to say something else.
Jeez, I'm
which
feeling
is-
pretty cold. I'm feeling real cold.
Oh, shit. All right, Lion King.
In the 90s.
Also pretty warm, I thought. Okay, that's going over to Anagnostus.
That wasn't that long ago, right?
I think it's a bit too hot in Africa, so we're going to say Snow White.
No way.
wow.
Okay,
That's
okay.
impressive.
5 zip.
Sorry,
This is
Barnes.
gonna this is gonna be the greatest comeback of all
Barnes
time.
can still win.
You can still
Barnes
win,
can
Barnes.
still win.
And
I'm not confident.
No, we are.
The Anagnostus have 5 match
Oh,
points.
this
okay.
is Barnesy actually.
Yeah, I reckon
This
the
is
Barnes will
Barnesy.
know this. Okay,
Yeah.
question
Oh,
6.
let's focus.
Come on.
Question 6. What year was the first iPhone released?
Barnes.
All Barnes?
Yep.
What is it?
2007.
Oh, yes!
They're on the board. They're on the board.
All right, they're on the board.
Was that our 3-point question? No.
No, not
Okay.
quite. But
Okay, so it's 5-1.
5-1.
Question number 7, that would mean. Which member of the Beatles wrote and sung Octopus's Garden?
Anagnostus.
Anagnostus,
Yes,
what
Ollie.
is it?
Ringo Starr.
That is correct. That is
Damn.
correct.
Do we need his official his birth name though?
Oh,
Because it's not Ringo
come on,
Starr.
man.
It's not.
Government names only.
Wait, I think if the Barnes know his
If the
birth
Barnes
name,
know, if you know his birth name, we will consider giving you the point. Okay, Barnes.
Richard.
Yeah? What's his last name?
Oh, Richard Starkey.
Oh,
That's it.
He's got it.
Yeah, that's it. So
For the sake of the game, I'm happy to keep going.
Yeah.
All right, 5-2.
Okay, 5-2.
Okay, moving on. Even though we didn't specify that it was the birth name, which is very stiff for the Anags, but we're moving on anyway. Okay. Question 8.
this is a good one.
What singer has had a #1 hit in each of the last 4 decades?
Barnes.
Barnes?
Barnes.
What is it?
Can we have a hint? Are they alive still?
Oh, come on.
Oh, we've never given away hints before.
I think given
We'd
the
have
fact
to
that
be
it's
able-
the last 4 decades, meaning it
Yeah.
including the 20th, I'm going to say it's a
high
high chance.
High chance. But if we give you a hint, we have to give it to the Anags first to have a guess. There's the rule.
Yeah, give the boys a go.
Okay. wait,
Okay.
So do
Not
we
even
need-
going to guess.
All right.
We're cold.
Okay.
We're cold as.
Okay. So
We're cold as.
Anags, what do you got for us?
Is it Mariah Carey?
It's Mariah
It is.
Carey.
No.
Okay. Question number 9.
No, that's game.
That's game.
That's game.
Oh, it's game over.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, so there's a reason they're the champs.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
Anagnostus.
Okay. It is Mariah Carey.
Have won it
Yeah,
again. That
well done.
makes the total 6-2.
Yeah.
There's no point unless the
Dead
Anags
rubber.
wanted a victory lap, which I don't think we're endorsing. I
No,
think that's
because then
game.
we have to find more questions.
Yeah. But no,
next time.
well done to the Barnes, Brandon and Tyler. That was
No, well deserved, boys. Good
and
well
gracious
done.
in defeat.
Yeah,
we love
that's-
that from competitors.
That's almost an honour board worthy behaviour there, being
Yeah.
that gracious.
I
I
think-
think we'll put him on the honour board.
Yeah, we'll put them on the honour board.
For fantastic for participation,
Most
honourable participation.
most gracious in defeat,
Yeah.
and probably honestly the closest to the Anags. And the Richard Starkey was a highlight.
Richard
That
Starkey was a
great
highlight,
get.
and The Lion King.
Yeah.
First, if you want to see an original animated motion picture, watch The Lion King, and then go right back and watch, Mickey Mouse and
Yeah.
and go way forward. I mean, yeah, great. Well, thanks,
Barnes,
guys.
Thank you very much, Brandon and Tyler. See you later, guys.
Thanks, Dan. Cheers, boys.
Peace.
Bye.
And Oliver and Lucas reign supreme once more. Were you getting a bit nervous towards the end there, or no, you had it all in cruise control?
No, never.
Never.
To be fair, you did get Ringo Starr as well, so
Yeah.
it would have been a bit contentious if you didn't win there. But what's the feeling like now? You get it. I imagine the head's starting to wobble a bit. No one's even coming close to you.
We're getting a little confident, but, can't get ahead of ourselves here. You never know. I'm sure you guys can find some smart wins.
Well,
I don't believe it for a second.
If you're a listener and you want to make these guys' head wobble stop, just DM the podcast and we'll try and get you on. But a lot of people want to do it, and we keep having lots and lots of queues up. But show us your resume. Tell us why you want to be there. Not actual resume. Just give a couple of points.
Yeah.
And you can
Try and knock the champs
Try and
off.
knock the
Who
champs
have
off.
been there for 5 rounds now?
23 weeks.
Yeah, oh, yeah, true.
Well, technically,
Yeah,
the
it's just
life of the podcast,
yeah.
they've been
It's
undefeated.
It's a sporadic season.
Yeah.
All right, Oliver and Lucas, thanks a lot, guys, and well done again. We'll speak to you soon, I'm sure.
Thank you. Hopefully next time there's not too many birth certificate related questions.
Fair enough. We'll make sure. All right, see you guys.
Yeah.
Isaac, maybe a few weeks ago now, you did a very good and in-depth analysis of a song
Oh, thanks.
that we all love.
Cut it there.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
of a song by Lenny Kravitz, which is Fly Away.
Yep.
For people that don't remember, you made the edit to make sure that his how do you say it?
Astronomically seen
accurate
things.
Yes,
were in the right order.
So you changed the lyrics to this.
Let's go and see my stars, or even the Milky Way.
Nice. Received pretty
whoever,
well.
whoever was in the room really enjoyed it that day.
But yeah, I mean, I stand
because the order in which he said the lyrics you had a problem with.
Yeah.
And you fixed them and it's great.
Yep.
Now
He still hasn't got back to me with a thank you.
We haven't heard from Kravitz official yet.
Yeah, I haven't heard it on the radio either, and I'm assuming every time it gets played on the radio,
in production.
It's been fixed.
Yep. Well, maybe they've taken it off the air.
Okay,
it's in
right.
production.
Yeah,
Because it's
right.
you did it in a couple of minutes, but the big boys take a while.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Anyway, I've got one of my own.
Okay.
I was listening. I heard it. I go, I'll take note of that.
Okay.
And I'll bring it to the show.
A factually incorrect one.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense what he's done there. I'm putting the microscope on a much loved James Blunt.
Oh.
James Blunt.
She wasn't beautiful?
Well, by all accounts, he is a complete legend, and that's fine. But we are looking at the song you just referenced there, "You're Beautiful," the smash hit that has been one of the biggest songs in the world for at least 20 years. It's creeping up to. I was looking at it before. I was looking at this. It's creeping up to 1 billion plays on Spotify. So for the 7 billion people that haven't heard it, this is the song we're talking about.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
Yeah, and I remember I
crying
remember when we first listened to that way back. Like you said, it makes you think of me, which is quite interesting. Anyway, we'll move on. Well, between the first verse and the second verse is where my problem lies.
Okay,
and he thinks he has gotten away with this incorrectness. So at the end of the first verse, his line is "because I've got a plan," which is great because if you have a plan, it sounds like someone who is very clear on what their intentions are and how they're going to execute them.
Plans are great.
Yeah,
Know what you're going to do.
Well, it might surprise you that it then turns into this at the start of the second verse.
I've got a plan.
You're beautiful.
And I don't know what to do.
If you have a plan, you do know what to do.
Or
Okay.
it's a bad plan.
Or it's a bad plan.
It didn't account for the things that happened.
Yeah, but I don't think in the time it takes to sing a chorus, the plan's completely out the window.
Yeah.
It's probably 15 seconds between plan being made and then having absolutely no idea what to do.
Yeah, and the chorus wouldn't have thrown him that much. Like, he would have been expecting her to be beautiful.
Well, he wrote it. Yeah. Anyway.
Also, okay, go on.
Yeah, well, it's been 20 years and he thinks he's been getting away with it.
Okay.
So what I've done is I've re-recorded it and I expect, we're going to send it to the record company. Mike's got a connection to Records United. And I think, we're going to get a revised version and I'll do it pro bono. No
Okay,
royalties,
that's
not
nice.
expecting royalties, despite it being my
Just a
voice
bit of
on-
recognition,
Bit of
yeah.
recognition because
Yeah.
we can't have these. But another one
They can't
bites the
keep
dust.
getting away with
Another
this.
one bites the dust, which we'll have an inquiry into Queen as well if we have to.
Ooh.
But we're fixing songs because what is art about? Being accurate.
Exactly.
That's what art is about.
Side note, I want to know where "Another One Bites the Dust" comes from as a saying for a future segment.
Oh,
Mark.
yeah, great idea.
That's good.
Yeah. Here is the updated version of "You're Beautiful" by James Blunt feat Jack from Swag on the Beat. And don't want any royalties, and we're sending it off to the record company now. We're going to send it out now.
Wow, okay.
Because we can't have any more people listening to it and being completely confused and baffled. Here we go.
I saw your face in a crowded place.
And I do know what to do.
Okay, when do you come in?
Because of my previously stated plan about you. That kind of works,
That's
right?
pretty good. I wasn't expecting it to be an improvement on the song.
Wow, that's
Like,
really nice.
Sonically,
do you
as
know
well
how
as
we did
logically.
one take for that as well, which was nice.
Wow.
And it was so hard getting that many words into like the shot
Really
amount of
lengthening
time.
those words.
Yeah, but James, if you hear this, look, just a simple thank you would be great. Don't want any pro bono money.
No, yeah, he's doing it pro bono, but like a little bit of.
Just a little bit of love.
Yeah.
Just an acknowledgement, like a nod.
Yeah.
Maybe in the description of the song, maybe just like feet.
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
I'm talking about like a little bit of cash. Just.
Oh, you want a bit
like,
cash?
He did, for the record, he's doing it pro bono.
Yeah, for the record, yeah.
But yeah, so he's been a good bloke. He's done it for
But
free.
there is a table here, and there is an underside of the table that
it's
could
like-
be exploited.
Yeah, it's like when someone drops their wallet or drops a $20 note,
Sure.
and you go, "Hey, excuse me, like,
Have you got
dropped this."
change? Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay.
You say you drop this, and you're expecting them to say, "Oh wow, you're so nice. Thank you for returning it. Here's the $20 note. You can keep it, or here's my bank card. Go spend it for a whole day."
Yeah.
So I think that James Blunt, Jack's doing it pro bono, just so you know.
Yep. 100% pro bono.
Yep.
Lock it in.
Yep.
Any remittance is fine, but doing it pro bono for the record. Thank you so much, James.
But no, that's good. I'm gonna be more attuned to lyrics from now on. So
another one ticked off. Cross it off. We'll find them. We'll keep finding them though.
You know, no one's safe. If you're a musician out there, Records United, you're not safe. Jack,
Isaac.
there's a bit of a rental crisis going on at the moment.
Yeah, it's tough out there.
Many, if not all, of the big cities in Australia. Probably everyone's feeling it. I think.
Yeah.
There's not enough rentals to go around, or at least not enough affordable rentals.
Call Mr. Rental. He's busy.
Exactly.
Yep.
Is that still going on?
I don't know.
What was that even?
I think it's a car company.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, he's probably not going to help you much.
Call Mr. Rental. Because he had a voice break, I remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, because whenever I've voice broken in my whole life, I'm just copying
You're
him.
mimicking him.
I'm not actually
Wow,
doing
that's
it for
really
real.
random moments that you choose to do that. Okay, good to know.
And
for
you would
future.
think, that must be embarrassing, but no, it's all on purpose.
Oh, that's good.
Anyway, let's move away.
Yeah. But yeah, rental, it's hard to find a place. I remember when I was looking for a place, you'd go to an inspection of somewhere you were excited about, and there was 50, 100 people there.
Yep.
It's rough going out there.
Yep.
I've been in my place, the house that we film at, for a while, probably 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And we're in a pretty good, we've got a pretty good situation there. The landlord is a nice guy, lives up the road. He sort of looks after us, and
he's a good dude.
we look after the place. But it's once you get a foot in the door, literally both feet in the door and on the couch, it's easier to obviously stay where you are than looking for a new place. You've rented before. Like, how did you go about finding the place that you rented?
That was from someone at uni.
Right.
And they needed someone to move in.
Yeah.
And I just put the hand up.
Yeah. So it's like, if you know someone, or getting a friend of a friend in, that seems to be the better way.
It's very Nepo baby vibe.
Yeah, but looking for a place just
from zero is hard.
Zero is hard.
Yeah,
and so there's a lot of Facebook groups and different sort of websites that you can go on to put yourself out there and look for a room. And one of the main ones in Australia is Fairy Floss, the Facebook group. It's got almost 500,000 members. So there's a lot of posts going on per day. I'm not sure why it's called Fairy Floss.
No, I don't know either.
Maybe Mike, origin of sayings. We can do origin of Facebook group names. Don't do that. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
And
sounds like a great segment.
There's so many people looking for rooms, and it's hard to stand out from the crowd. So people are putting themselves forward as a good housemate.
Are they saying like, here's 5 dot points on why you should pick me?
Yeah, essentially. Like, here's a bit about me. Hopefully we gel. Blah blah blah. But what would you say makes a good housemate?
I suppose tidiness is pretty up there.
That's a pretty obvious one. Yeah.
Tidy. Just friendliness. Being friendly.
Yeah, that's good too.
Normal. Can you say normal? Is being like to be friendly and normal?
I don't know. You probably would be you'd be.
Oh, are you asking me to like pretend audition on Fairy Floss?
That's not what I'm asking for.
Okay,
but
that's what I would.
I'm tidy, friendly, and normal.
Yeah.
Well, I think if you said that, you would be no chance. Because people are going hard on their applications and their biographies, trying to look for a room. But
surely it's like, that person's clearly like lying. They say, I give everyone in my house a massage once a day.
I mean, it's interesting you say that. I've scrolled through and been looking at, like, as they pop up in my feed, all the posts of people looking for rooms. And it seems like everyone is a pretty ideal roommate. Which I'm starting to get a little bit suspect on, because I think there's no chance that all these people can be telling the truth on how good they are as a roommate.
Yeah.
So I've gathered all the data from the posts I've seen, and I want to help people to be able to get a house, because it's a crisis. You know, I'm lucky enough to have a rental
housing
of my own.
crisis.
So I've created the perfect template for a post if you're looking for a rental.
Okay.
And I'm going to read it now, and you can write this down. You can speech to text it, and then copy paste it in Fairy Floss or wherever you're looking for a rental. Right. So I'm just doing a good deed.
You're doing God's work, trying to help the little guy.
And so it's if I can help everyone get a rental, fill all the houses in Australia, then economy boost,
crisis done,
etc. Crisis over.
Yep.
Crisis averted.
Okay, good. Yep.
Okay, so here's the template. Mm-hmm. Hi everyone, my name is insert name here.
Weird name.
And that's where you insert your name.
Okay.
And say that.
Yep.
And I am insert age, years old. Same again.
Yep.
A little bit about me. I'm a social person, always up for going out, but I also value my personal time.
Okay.
I'm very clean. Not too clean, just whatever is the perfect amount of clean for you, that's how clean I am.
Wow, great. Really specific to anyone. Great.
I love dogs, but I also love not dogs too. I have many hobbies, such as being respectful, cleaning up after myself, being a good housemate, and valuing privacy.
Wow, great.
I like having a laugh with other people, but I also value time spent not having a laugh with other people as well. When I'm not busy contributing perfectly to a share house, I often find myself doing things such as whatever it is you want me to be doing when we live in a house together. I'm down for the occasional night in at home drinking wine. Nothing too crazy though. Unless crazy is what you like. Then in that case, 100% most definitely crazy. That's what I want too. Only if you do though, just reiterating. Otherwise, no way, I don't want that at all and I never would.
Right.
And then I've just said, I've circled below areas where I'm looking to live. If anyone has any leads, please let me know. And you can see here, I've just put a circle around Earth.
Okay. Okay.
So
There's the original Google Earth icon and a red line around it.
So yeah, that's all the locations that they're willing to rent if people have a place. And then so there you go. I think that's the template you can use.
Wow.
And then if you're not guaranteed a house, I'd be very surprised.
I think there could be 8 billion people reading that going, I like this guy.
Yeah, I think that too.
Great.
All right, Lion King.
Everything the light touches is our kingdom.
All right, Lion King.
Everything the light touches is our kingdom.
Lion King.